Danny Vegas time. Danny Vegas World segment 3, $750,000 into the show.
3 is magic number.
Is 3 the magic number?
According to Schoolhouse Rock, it is.
Schoolhouse Rock. 3 is the magic number.
It is.
All right.
It is,
All
it is,
right.
it is.
Well, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's talk about. Oh, you know what? You said. You know, it's kind of interesting. I hate to go
Yes.
back to the dope stuff. It seems like I'm going into the dope stuff every week. I'm getting all these emails. Danny, I don't care if you smoke dope, okay? It's all right. Just quit acting like you're a stinking space shuttle scientist now that it's legal, okay? Just a bunch of dope heads, just like you were before.
Space shuttle
Oh,
scientist?
yeah, man. It's just like, all of a sudden, that it's legal. Now, all of a sudden, we're so intelligent and smart now. You're just Jeff Spicoli. You're just a dope head. Come on.
But I just took my copy of Elevate magazine out of my bag. I
Oh,
went
okay.
to a weed forum
Yeah, I wanted to. There
at
was
UNLV this weekend.
right.
There were only 2 people in there in the audience that raised their hands that were not
Stoners.
stoners, I guess, for
Okay.
lack of a better word. And it's not that I've never, smoked dope. I smoked tons of weed when I was a teenager. I was, did, the whole gambit of what was available
In Montana.
legally and not legally in Montana, yes. But as a grown-up 44-year-old woman, I found that my relaxation, recreation vehicle of choice is
Right.
Number 1, fitness, hiking. I like
Right.
that. But if I'm not going to be hiking at Landry's with you, I'm probably going to order a martini or a glass of wine.
Right. Like I said, it's we talked about it with you a couple weeks ago. We talked about it with Ann Dean. I think everybody's on the same page here. I just, to me, it's just amazing how, all of it, when it was illegal, you were kind of spurned if you were a dope head. Now that it's legal, all of a sudden we're, like I said, we're Grey Poupon now. We're just so smart now. But anyway.
But there still is, as one of your favorite magazines, Vegas
Right.
Inc.
Vegas Inc. We had a big article about it, and
Yeah.
I thought there was a great, and this is what I've been saying, I think everybody who's in jail for selling dope, they should just let them go. Because how in the world can you say, you were selling dope, you're in jail, but the Mighty Whiteys now own all the dispensaries.
Okay.
And here's the quote. I love it.
And I will answer that after you.
I love it. It says because the article in the Vegas Inc. has to do with that the minority populations are not being very well represented in the pot world, okay, in the dope world. They're not very well represented in the legal dope world. So, but one person said it perfect, and I agree with them. Okay. They said there's no reason why black people shouldn't be in business. We are incarcerated because of this business. It's so true. It's all right. So I've always said, why in the world would you keep people in jail for selling pot that now is legal to sell pot?
Because it's still illegal to sell pot.
No, the
Yes.
feds it is, but
No, even locally. Here's a couple of the things that we need to
Okay.
get straight. It is legal to sell or buy marijuana in registered, controlled, regulated environments.
Exactly.
If you sell pot on the street, you are still
yeah,
going
but
to
that's
jail.
now. What about before? What about last year? Danny Vegas got caught selling pot there on Sahara and Okie.
Same thing's going to happen to you that if
I'm
you
in
get
jail.
caught selling pot now.
Yeah, but it's legal now, so they should just like people are now. What's legal now is illegal, and it's just like let them go. And then if they sell pot on the street, then they go back in. But it's kind of like
But it's the same law that you're breaking. Look, here's my point of view. Personally, from Nicole Taylor Sharp, not from talking about the laws that are on the book.
okay.
Because I believe in the rule of law. And sometimes laws need to be changed. And I think the law does need to be altered and changed to catch up with the realities. I believe that marijuana cannabis it's a crop. It's natural. It is a wonderful medicinal. It's a wonderful relaxant for those that like it, that prefer it over a martini.
Well, I think it is an easier drug on the body. Yes, I believe that.
I think there's all sorts of wonderful things about it. And I do believe that people should be able to grow their pot plants just like you grow your tomato plants if that's what you choose to do. But the reality is it's not that legal still. And here's the conclusion that I came up with from going to the forum.
Okay.
Because the forum at UNLV by the Normal Association, it's NORML, which I don't remember what it stands for, but anyways, they're a national organization for legalizing and for destigmatizing marijuana, for cannabis.
Okay.
So this is what I realized. A couple of things. Number one, I believe medical marijuana for those that it is helping. It is a godsend and it's a blessing, and I'm all for that.
Right.
I still think there are lots of questions that are unanswered, and that's part of what's great about having these forums and having these discussions, because some folks do think it's okay now to go down Fremont Street and smoke a joint, and if you
Can't do that.
you're going to get arrested.
That's right.
And if you stand on the corner of Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard and sell weed, you're going to get arrested.
You're going to get in trouble.
And if you're under the age of 21, you're going to get
You're in
arrested
trouble.
if you used it.
That's right. And if you're driving that stuff, you're going to get in trouble.
If you're over the age of 21 and give it to someone that's under 21, you're going to get arrested.
In other words, it's no fun anymore.
So for me, it is not legal enough for me to consider. Number one, like I said, maybe I just haven't found the pot strain that works for me, that chills me out, that doesn't make me eat a bag of potato chips or be paranoid, whatever. I'm not that interested in figuring it out, but it's not legal enough for me yet. I just finished a CCW class with one lucky gal over at Discount Firearms. If I buy pot, if I use pot, guess what? I lose my right to bear arms and have my CCW concealed carry permit. I'm not going to be able to have it.
Right.
If you're an organ donor, or if you're someone that's on the list to be an organ donor and you test positive for pot, you're not going to get that organ transplant. Now, I don't think it's right, but it is the reality. And until the right catches up to the reality that we the people want, you have to play within the rules of the game. And you have to do it right, and you have to go to your government representatives.
Right.
Tick Segerblom was there. He's some people call him Toke Segerblom. He's been an advocate, the biggest advocate for legal marijuana in the state. He's done a ton, him and his people. So
Right.
Way to go, Tick. Contact him, find out how you can get involved and change the law. But don't try and be stupid and just be like, oh, pot's legal, now I'm ready to do it. And as a business, there is still a stigma with marijuana.
Well, they can still do drug tests, and the casinos are following the federal line here, so you can lose your job. I listening to what folks are saying, that these marijuana, these pot shops have to buy the marijuana from a certain source.
Right.
They just can't go to Fast Eddie and say, hey man, I'm out, give me some more.
Right.
They have to go to a certain source. That source is, if it runs out, you're just pot out of luck.
Right, but that is one thing that needs to be cleared up. When Governor Sandoval declared a state of emergency, and all of the headlines in the newspapers were saying, oh my gosh, pot's running out. Guess what? There were dispensary owners that were there. No one has run out of weed. No one is going to run out of weed. Medical marijuana patients are getting priority at most of the dispensaries that have a priority on them for the strains that work for them. But there's a ton of weed out there still. They have been slammed. The owners of the dispensaries
Right.
all of the employees have been pulling 12, 14-hour days.
Wow.
There is a great opportunity within the cannabis industry to be able to have employment, to be able to rise in the ranks. The article in Vegas Inc. was talking about the lack of diversity, black ownership, Asian ownership, Hispanic ownership within these organizations. There's a great opportunity for folks out there that want to get involved and get educated and become an expert in it. Jump in. It's a hot market.
It's a hot market.
Pot
and
is hot.
Pot. Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Yes.
Pot is hot.
Pot is hot.
And all I know is, now that it's legalized, hey, get in there and make some money. And tourists, come on and hit the reefer shops, man. So.
But that's another issue too, a whole nother thing, because the way the law has been set up,
Right.
tourists can go and buy the weed, but there's really nowhere they can smoke it or
Yeah, I
consume
know.
it.
I think it's
So
kind of.
there's no pot lounges. There's some like mobile buses that
Right.
Da Vinci Vaporizers has a mobile bus that you can get on and have a pot party on the bus,
Stinks. Oh,
but you
my
can't
goodness.
drive and consume it. You can't smoke it in the casinos. So it's
All my
it's an
stoner
issue.
friends, it's just no fun no more.
It's an issue. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It's been less than a month since it's been
That's
legal on
right.
the street, so we'll figure it out.
All right, potheads, don't worry. We'll get it done for you because we love you guys.
We do, and we're going from pot to Pilates. It's
That's
coming
right.
up next, so stay with us.
All right, we'll be back.
Club Pilates is revolutionizing Pilates, but in the best way possible.
Club Pilates specifically is a beautiful studio. We have great apparatus, we have amazing instructors and owners, and I've found that it's really the best fit for me.
A Club Pilates studio is designed so it makes everything easy for the member when they come in. We have the reformer, 6 on each side, and then you have all the fun things that challenges the body from the inside out.
It isn't only for a particular type of body, type of personality. Everyone has an opportunity to do Pilates.
We have a lot of racquetball players, we have a lot of golfers, we have a lot of tennis players.
We can tailor the workouts to exercises you do outside the studio.
Someone wants to, surf, do their pop-ups. There's so many things you could be doing, in Pilates.
It really goes from the broken to the professional athlete, from young to old. Pilates is for everyone and it can help everyone. No matter what your goals are, you can use Pilates to achieve those goals.
Because at Club Pilates, we're dedicated to you and we feel the best way to your most fulfilling path is simple. Do Pilates. Do life.